we're going to go step by step through how to prepare your body and begin getting the rhythm for 2 exercises. The first one is called bear swimming, and the second one is called eagle captures its prey. So first, let's talk about bear swimming. So to begin, I'm turning to the side so you can see the action on my vertebrae and on my pelvic girdle. So I want to introduce you to 2 simple exercises we start with. Open the chest, pull the arms back, close the chest. See, I'm squeezing my forearms together, and I'm maximizing the curl in my back. So I'm pushing the chest forward, sinking the chest back. So this is one component of the exercise. So try a few of these. Warming up the thoracic vertebrae. Feel the vertebrae open and close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhaling, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. All right. The next exercise is the pelvic tilting. So when we relax our glutes and we flex our low back, we can push our pelvic girdle towards the back and in fact make my pelvic girdle as if I'm spilling my guts out in front. If my pelvic girdle were a 5-gallon bucket, I would be doing this. I'd be spilling the bucket forward. This is anterior pelvic tilt. And now I'm going to activate my glutes and my abdominal muscles and bring that forward. I'm thrusting my hips forward, really tightening the glutes, tightening the abs, right? Squeeze your butt. We're going to do that a few times. And when I refer to tucking the tail, activate the glutes and the abdominal muscles. Here we go. Inhaling, exhaling. In, out. In, out. Good. Okay, so pushing the chest, sinking the chest, tucking the tail. Now, let's go to the spinal rolling. We're going to start in this kind of a circular motion with our vertebrae and with our torso. So I'm going to use my head involving my cervical vertebrae to dive straight down. I'm really trying to curl my back as much as I can to open my vertebrae. So curling that down, and I feel this roll down to my sacrum, at which point I straighten my back, scooping with my head to come back up. So you can see that my head and torso move in this circular fashion. Notice how as I begin diving down, I've tucked my tail. So I'm squeezing the glutes at the top of this exercise. Squeeze the glutes, dive down, and now as I get to the bottom, notice how I'm pushing the glutes back actively. I'm straightening my low back as I scoop back up. And then I repeat, tucking my tail, squeezing the glutes, diving down, pushing the tail back as I scoop with my head back. Just get a feel for that. Try to make it smooth. Exhaling as you dive down. Inhaling as you come back up. Squeeze the glutes, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Good. Now we'll take the cervical vertebrae out and we're going to focus on the thoracic vertebrae. Those are those 12 vertebrae attached to our ribs. Sink the chest back as we lower. I'm still tucking my tail. I'm sinking the chest back, but I'm trying to keep my gaze forward now. I'm not going to dive my head. Gaze is forward. I sink the chest, tuck the tail, and I begin to lower down. As the pelvic girdle tilts back, I then begin pushing the chest out as I rise. And now as the pelvic girdle's tilting forward, squeezing the glutes, I curl the back and lower. At the bottom, pelvic girdle, anterior tilts, and I I scoop up. So this is the coordination. Try to feel it fluid, like you're rolling the vertebrae open. I start curling at the back, and that curl rides all the way down to my sacrum, and then I straighten the back. All the way down. Good. All right. Now the full exercise involves the arms coming out. And I want to try to relax the shoulders, let the palms face down, curling in. I'm tucking my tail, curling that upper back as I dive down, and then I turn the palms up as I scoop. So now I'm thinking about three things kind of, right? But I'm coordinating that. Sinking the chest and rolling the vertebrae down while I'm tucking the pelvic girdle, and the arms are circling. There's three things to coordinate here, so be patient with yourself. Sinking the chest back as we exhale, scooping the arms up as you inhale. And as you move, start to feel that the action is being driven by the legs and the back, not by the arms. Let the arms relax. One more. I'm far from having mastered that exercise, but there were a few where I started to feel it. I can tell though I still have some challenges really loosening up. I still feel tension in my body, and I can tell my weight sometimes is not really over my feet. It comes forward to my toes. That's what I'm working on. So keep at it. It's just a matter of repetitions. Now, let's go forward with eagle captures its prey. It's the reverse of bear swimming. And so let's break it into the three parts, just like we did before. This time it's the opposite. With bear swimming, we were circling like this. Now we circle like this. And we keep the back straight as we whip the head out very gently. And now I begin the roll at the base of my vertebrae, tucking the tail, squeezing my glutes, and standing back up as I roll back up. It's the opposite of what we did previously. Back is straight, whipping the head out, tuck the tail, begin the roll at the base near the sacrum, and the roll continues up through the cervical vertebrae. Exhale out, inhale as you roll up. Exhale out, inhale, roll up. Exhaling, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, just like before, we'll now take the head out of it. I know I still move my head quite a bit, but I'm trying to now focus more on my thoracic vertebrae. So I'm going to push the chest out as I go forward, sink the chest back as I roll up. So I can tell I'm still moving my head a little. That's okay, right? Tuck the tail, roll back up. Push the chest out. Now tuck that tail, squeeze the glutes, and roll back up. Inhale up. Imagine you were winding up like a snake and then striking. Make it fluid, as if you were underwater. Okay, good. Now the arms come up, and as we push the chest out, bring the tail back, the arms come forward. I tuck the tail, squeezing the glutes as I spiral the palms up and roll back up to a standing position. Exhaling out, inhaling up. and just relax. Feel the flow. Let it happen to your body. Just smile. Let your body figure out the coordination. Just set the intention and then breathe. One more. Felt nice. Still not, I'm not near mastery of that exercise, but there's certainly times where I can start to feel a great flow. One point to keep in mind as you go, sometimes a little bit faster to feel a little juice, and that's okay. It's good to explore both, right? Slow and fast. But this is a good reason why you want to keep the gaze forward. There was one moment where I started to relax my neck, and as I snapped the arms, I could feel this little micro whiplash that could occur to the neck if you're too loose and suddenly you generate more power than maybe you were expecting. So do use caution, and as you do that exercise, maybe think about keeping that gaze forward. Don't let the head get too loose. Good luck to you, and just do a little bit of repetition each day. Maybe just one time or two times, maybe just a few times in the week.